Hey there, listeners. Welcome to Socially Inclined, where we believe marketing should be simple, effective, and most importantly, affordable. In this episode, we'll be sharing expert tips and strategies to help you increase your visibility, engage more of your audience, and reach more clients than ever before. So if you're ready to take your online presence to the next level, keep listening because you're about to get socially inclined. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Jess, and today I am going to be talking about Chat GPT, specifically how to use it to market your business. I've got a lot of really great marketing tips and shortcuts that can be done with Chat GPT super quick, super efficiently, which is what we're all after. Because we love the idea, right, of leveraging social media and getting visible on there. But when you can't find the time to make content, or you don't know where to start, or maybe you have zero budget to work from, it can be really, really overwhelming. It requires a lot of consistency to churn out content, lots of content, which we all need more content than we probably even want to admit. And depending on which platform you're utilizing, it can be even more daunting. And that's where ChatGPT can really come in and help save the day. As I mentioned in my last podcast, which if you haven't listened to it, make sure you cue it up next. It was ChatGPT. What is everyone freaking out about? That's where I kind of give my introductory talk about Chat GPT and what we use it for. I think I throw out about 9 ways that anyone can use Chat GPT, not just for marketing. And then I tell you how I've been using it lately in my personal life. So this podcast, though, I'm going to keep it business related. If you are a social media manager or a VA, listen up. If you are a micro entrepreneur, a small business owner, a solopreneur, these are going to cut your content creation time, your social media campaign creation time in a fraction. I'm not even going to say in half, well within a half. It's no secret that Julie and I are a 2-person team. We are actually in the process of training up a 3rd person, so go us. But we're a 2-person team who generates easily what the average 10-person team does. And we make it no secret that automation and technology is the secret to our efficiency and productivity. And that's what this podcast is about, is showing you how to use ChatGPT, one of the hottest topics right now. It is a new content writer. It came out at the end of 2022. It's also totally free. And I love to toot our own horn by saying that most people in the marketing space do not want you to know about this. In fact, they're not talking to you about it because if you know how to write your own social media posts, why would they pay you? If you know how to generate incredible SEO blogs, why would you pay $200 a piece for them to do it? Well, we just believe that every tool that we can arm you with as a small business owner is going to get you that much closer to success. And that was where Socially Inclined was born. And that is where we will always try to stand. Plus, you're always going to need social media content. ChatGPT is just going to help you with your marketing strategy and with writing captions that are really captivating. Speaking of captivating, engagement, right? Engagement is such a crucial component of marketing strategy these days, and we feel that every time someone new comes into our sphere. And we feel that when they come in, that occurs when they come into our Facebook group, the Get Socially Inclined Facebook group, or when they join our email list. It's always, how do I get more engagement? I don't know what to post. And I don't know how to be consistent. Those are kind of our top 3. Well, engagement comes by, it doesn't happen overnight, but I'm going to teach you how to write more engaging captions using Chat GPT. but you cannot post and ghost. Engagement is a two-way street. So make sure that if you get a comment, if you get a like, if you get a share, that you show the love. Show them your appreciation and show them that you understand them. Your ideal client will respond to that in a big way. So, social media marketing, super overwhelming. We all know it to be true. That's where Socially Inclined was born, with your social plan, when we started creating content and marketing prompts for you, because social media marketing is overwhelming. Even with Chat GPT, it's overwhelming. But the more you can use these tools and leverage these tools and make them part of your day-to-day life, the easier it will get and the more ROI you will get for that effort that you're putting in. So, in order for you to make the most of your social media marketing efforts, you need to make sure that you're on social media and that you're spreading your presence around so that everyone can find you. And to do that, fortunately or unfortunately, means you have to continually publish targeted content that gets engagement for your brand and gets your name out there. All right, that's the problem. Now it's time for the solution. So you've been struggling. Chat GPT is going to help you by playing a very important role. It has really just totally turned the industry on its head in terms of what you can now do. I don't care if you're sitting there saying, well, I do care. So, yeah. You're sitting there saying, you may be saying to yourself, that's great, but you said artificial intelligence, I'm out. Listen to me. Listen to me. I am not technologically savvy at all. Julie is the technical one at Socially Inclined. And as such, she was the first one to jump on the Chat GPT boat. She was on it in November of 2022. It took me about 3 or 4 months of her pushing me, saying, hey, you need to go try and write this with Chat GPT. See if Chat GPT can help you generate these ideas, before I finally tried it. And let me tell you, it's the easiest technology interface that I have ever used. And if I can do it, you can do it. All right? So with that in mind, let's get started. I think I have 8 ways that ChatGPT can help you with your digital marketing efforts. These are going to be a little heavy on the social media side because, let's face it, social media is our bread and butter. It's the name of our game. We're not called Socially Inclined for nothing. So ChatGPT, in case you weren't sure, in case you had questions about which platform you should be on, ChatGPT can help you find the best social platform for your niche. There's dozens of them now, right? I feel like back in the day when I started in 2016, there was only 5 of them. But now there is a literal dozen of social media platforms or more, and it's hard to decide which ones you need to put your effort on. And I just want to clarify a little while ago, I mentioned that you should try and be everywhere. And I still stand by that. You should try and be everywhere. But unless you have a marketing team, that is humanly impossible. And I said humanly, very strategically, because what you want to do is you want to use ChatGPT if you need to find your ideal platform. And that's where you're going to show up, and that's where you're going to create all your original content. But make sure that the content also gets dispersed to the other sites, and all of those sites are optimized, which I'm going to talk a little bit about later. So hang in there. Don't let me lose you. I'm going to talk about how you can optimize your other platforms so that they point to the one that you are putting the most effort in. But the name of the game is to make sure that you show up everywhere. You don't have to be there in person. You can automate a lot of that with our Socially Suite dashboard, sociallysuite.com, if you want to know more about that. Super helpful bit of technology. But you want to be present on all of the platforms that your target audience is on. And ChatGPT can really help you by determining which that is. If you if you have questions about that. So you can put in a simple prompt like, can you help me determine, so in Chat GPT, you would type this in the chat bar. Can you help me determine which social media platforms would be best for my niche? And how do you do that? And then it will ask you, like, what do you need? Or you can input some information in there, or it will say if it needs more information from you. It will prompt you for that. So obviously you'd want to tell it something. It's like talking to a human. That's kind of the Chat GPT 101. You've got to talk to it like it's a person, and you've got to give it some information so that it can create some goodness for you. So you want to tell it your niche, who your target audience is, what they're into, what you help them with. You can also give it real details like primary objective, primary competitors, what you're trying to do. And then sometimes it's important to give it a budget. If it's 0, then it knows to weed out any paid ads. But that can really help it narrow down where to go. You can also ask it, my ideal client is a 35-year-old professional guy, and it can kind of weed that out for you. So I think all of that's kind of self-explanatory. But I love generating. Chat GPT is wonderful at making blogs, creating content. That is kind of just the coup de grace, right? But it's also really great at generating ideas. So it's really amazing to me to see the way Chat GPT will revolutionize jobs, right? In my previous podcast, I was very firm in my belief that it's not stealing jobs. It's going to revolutionize the way that they're done. It's going to make your employees or you as an employee 10 times as efficient. You're going to be able to get so much more done. And one of the main ways that it does that is by eliminating that brainstorming lag time. It can help you create ideas instantly, and good ideas. So next, that was the first one, finding the best social platform for your niche. The next one is creating engaging content. So as I mentioned, it can create content, all right? And the 16-year-old girl down the street can create content. But how do you create engaging content? Because that is the buzzword, right? That is what we're after, is content that people actually want to engage with. So you can prompt Chat GPT. And I would say before you do these prompts, you should go get your hands on our Chat GPT Marketing 101 class. It is only $17, and it is 4 masterclasses that we've packaged up. You can buy it at getsociallyinclined.com, and in the search bar, type Chat GPT, and you will be able to get access to those replays of the live trainings that we've done. And that will teach you, I bring that up because that will teach you how to set up a thread, how to feed your chat. We had a nice little joke about that in some of our live classes. But if you feed it your information, like your demographics, you can copy and paste your website info in. You can tell it things about your business, like your UVP. If you prime it with all of that, then it makes so much easy work when you use a prompt like, when it comes to content types for my niche, what type of content should I create for Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and TikTok? You literally type that in, and it will respond with the most engaging posts. So educational posts with tips and tricks for newbies to learn about your niche, blog posts, infographics, valuable resources, Q&A sessions for your niche. And then once you get that, you can go into it and say, give me an example of each. And if you've set up your thread, if you've given it the information about your industry, it will come back with like word by word, this is the content that you're going to post. It's really, really powerful stuff. And by the way, this all happens right in front of your eyes. I was playing around with ChatGPT with my sister, and for some reason, I guess she had the thought that it was like you had to input it and then walk away and come back later, and then it would have the information for you. No, it's like instant. Hopefully that snap wasn't too loud in the mic, but it comes back very, very fast. And it will give you breakdowns. So, on Pinterest, it'd be like very specific, create boards and what they should be. YouTube, it'll be specific about, optimizing the videos to showcase like the effectiveness of your particular strategies and things like that. There is YouTube. Google has something that's coming out. You got to get on the wait list now, but it sounds like everyone kind of starts on the wait list. But Bard is their version of Chat GPT, and it is still kind of a work in progress, but it is also really powerful. I mean, anything Google does is not to be taken lightly, so make sure you keep your eye out for that if this discussion on Chat GPT and AI writers is compelling to you. The third thing, develop a social media content calendar. And you may be thinking, Jess, your social plan is what puts Socially Inclined on the market. It is a social content calendar. Why would you want to share this? Well, because it can help you develop a content calendar that's not necessarily, your social plan is 3 done for you posts a day. Where you put them and when you put them is totally up to you. And that's what ChatGPT can help you with. It will help you with the timing. It will help you with consistency, and it will help you fill that calendar with those super important P posts. ChatGPT is very detailed on this. It will tell you should be posting 1 to 2 times per day, 3 to 4 times a week between these times. Really, really specific stuff that's going to help you get the most out of it, which, by the way, we have worked these time frames into Chat GPT or into our Your Social Plan subscription. So if done for you content is something you're after, then you can check that out at yoursocialplan.com. Another thing that it can do is it can map out your social media campaigns. Now, that sounds kind of technical, but it just means it's going to tell you when and where to do things. So if you want to make sure that you get this one right, just make sure that you give it the right information. If you feed it in, like let's say the basics of affiliate marketing, and you tell it should be an educational post with tips and advice on getting started with affiliate marketing for newbies, tell me what types of tips and advice I should discuss. All right. It will give you some brief ideas like choose a profitable niche, because that's important with affiliate marketing, right? Not everyone wants to promote everything, or at least you shouldn't be, or you're going to look hollow. And in the same spirit, make sure you select the right products. But then you can take note of those ideas and you can get it to create something more specific. Like, I want you to create a Sunday Facebook post titled The Basics of Affiliate Marketing. It should be an educational post with tips and advice on getting started with affiliate marketing, and make sure you cater to newbies. So that's your prompt, right? You put that in and it's going to give you something very specific out. It's just wild to me. What do I do with it after there? You copy and paste it and you post it. Put it with a nice little graphic and boom, you're done. Or if you're into scheduling, you get into the Socially Suite dashboard and you schedule it. All right, so this next one's a big one. I almost put this at number 2, all right, because it's kind of secondary to figuring out where you should be on social media, is optimizing your social media profiles or optimizing your presence. So what this means, if you think about it, on Instagram, right, you have a little bio. I think it's like 140 characters, 170 characters. That bio needs to be strategic. If it's empty, don't walk to your Instagram profile and put a little blurb up there that tells people to get involved with you and where to go to do it. It should be your link in bio, right? Optimizing your social media profiles. Go to your Facebook. Write a compelling about. Make sure that you have text in your cover photo that tells people where to get involved, so that when you do something online, maybe you offer advice in a group and someone who's an ideal person, ideal client, sees what you said and it was something that resonated with them. Same goes for LinkedIn, right? The Facebook is the big one, so that's the one I put out there. But this happens on LinkedIn all the time too. You want to make sure that when that person clicks over to learn more about you, so they'll click on your little head, right? Your little profile picture, that there is something there that they can instantly get involved with. Whether it's, to download this lead magnet or capture them, get them on your email list. I talked in a previous podcast about the importance of pulling people off of social media and onto your email list, right? Make sure that your profiles are optimized to where people take action. And you can do that by asking Chat GPT to write these for you. Feed in a little information. Hey, man, give me a keyword-rich bio that includes this call to action. You can also ask it in case you don't want to listen to any more podcasts, or if you don't want to, do any more training for marketing, which you totally should, because again, there's no substitute for human creativity and intellect. But you can ask it, how would you optimize an Instagram post? And it can give you information on that as well. So it's like your little marketing assistant. Really, really great stuff. Another thing that it can do is, be an advertising assistant, right? It can write Facebook posts for you. It can write alternate variations for you, which is huge, because we all know that a single Facebook post with a single creative and a single headline text and a single copy text is where your advertising budget goes to die. You really need several variations, and ChatGPT has taken the work out of that completely. You just you can get it to write your original Facebook ad copy, and then you can get it to write 5 variations. Put those 5 variations and let the Facebook algorithm do the rest. You can launch really exciting contests with ChatGPT. So the idea of doing contests used to be really scary, but there's such a great way to increase brand awareness. You can get more signups, run a sweepstakes, host an image or video contest. You can have a caption this contest, or trivia, you name it. The sky is the limit. The way that you get ChatGPT to do this is you would type in something like, hey, I want you to act as a marketing professional, and I want to run a user-generated content contest for my XYZ, whatever your niche is. All right, tell me what contest it should be. Write it for me and give me some prize ideas. And it will do it. It will do it. So one of the examples that I ran before we got on is this contest for internet marketing for newbies. And the content theme is show us your marketing story. The objective is to encourage your followers to share their marketing journey and success story. Here, and then it writes the rules, which honestly is such a time saver, because who wants to look those up? Who wants to think them through? Rough. And then the prize ideas make it such easy work of keeping everything streamlined and relevant. So last but not least, here's number 8. Man, time flies when you're having fun. Speaking of variation, ChatGPT is a wonderful way to take one piece of content and get varying content from it. So multiple variations of one type, like I mentioned in the Facebook ad idea before. Let's say you wanted to take a Facebook post and create another Facebook post. Or let's say that you needed help writing a comment, like a compelling comment in someone else's group that's going to pull people over into your group. You can get variations of that comment so that you can post it in another group. Really, really time-saving, powerful stuff. And one of my favorite ways to use this varying content concept with Chat GPT is to turn one type of content into another type of content, right? So you have a carousel post. That's wonderful. Or maybe let's go the other way, right? Because most of the time we don't just have one of those labor-intensive carousel posts sitting around. We have to work for those. You have a Facebook post that you posted on your Facebook page. You can say, I want you to take this and turn it into a Reels script. I want you to take this and turn it into a carousel post idea. I want you to take this and turn it into a SEO optimized with H1 and H2 blog. So all of that is possible with Chat GPT, and I hope that I illuminated that for you and that I surprised you with just how much Chat GPT can do for your business. So those 8 things, just to kind of recap, Chat GPT can help you determine which social media niche is best for you. Can help you create engaging content. Talked a lot about that. And if you want to know more about content, engaging content specifically, and how to kind of get off on the right foot, make sure that you go to getsociallyinclined.com and grab that $17 training. It is going to be a huge game changer for you. It's going to help you make easy work of this incredible tool called Chat GPT. Number 3 was developing a social content calendar so that you know when to post for maximum ROI. We all want our efforts to pay us more, right? So make sure that you get that. Social media campaigns, optimizing your social media presence, making sure that you make the most of your Facebook ads budget if you have one. Use ChatGPT as your advertising assistant. Launching contests, coming up with really exciting ideas, lead gen ideas, contests, and things like that. And giving you varying content ideas so that you're not just sitting there wondering like, oh, well, how would I turn this into a YouTube short? Or how would I turn this into, it will even create ideas for Snapchat. I am not into Snapchat, but some of our clients are. So when we're asked to generate ideas for that, ChatGPT is always a really great place for us to start. So in summary, the sky is the limit, right? The world is your oyster. Really, anything is possible when it comes to marketing your business with ChatGPT. If you need a new onboarding sequence for emails, if you need it to write your marketing strategy, it will write a marketing strategy for you. Just put in a little bit about your business and it will spit out a marketing strategy. It's incredible. So don't forget, if you want to learn the essentials of ChatGPT for business, including how to set up that thread that just keeps giving tons of great prompts, tons of great emails, creates a lead magnet for you, even showed how to do that. That's over at the Get Socially Inclined store. If you did like this podcast and you found it very interesting and you learned a thing or two about how to market your business, please give us a subscribe and share this podcast far and wide with your small business marketing friends. And if you have any questions or any feedback, or if there's a specific topic that you're just burning for me to cover in a future podcast, shoot me an email at podcast@sociallyinclined.com, and I would love to hear from you. I'll see you next time.